Welcome to Musings by Damon. Today I'm going to talk about Banished from the Hero's Party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside by Zappon. This is a light novel series. The third volume is expected to be released in English on May 18th. And for those who prefer visual stimulation, there's an anime adaptation that will be airing in July. Before we get started, please like and subscribe for additional content. Now, despite having a ridiculously long title, Banished from the Hero's Party has a pretty straightforward concept. Every living thing in the world is granted a blessing at birth. Birds, beasts, humans, elves, dragons, demons, everything born has a blessing, a literal gift from God. Regardless of the career path you choose, carpenter, adventurer, doctor, the amount of skills you have and the respective rankings of those skills is limited by the level of your blessing. And the only way to level up in this world is by killing other creatures that also have blessings. Some believe that God was being sadistic when he created the world with its blessings, but they never say that aloud when a clergyman can hear for fear of being branded a heretic. In addition to the overarching theme of fighting against fate, there's another, more subtle theme of second chances. All of us have regrets on some level. Not studying enough for a test, partying too much the night before a big event, not confessing to the boy we like because we were too tsundere. We're human and are not perfect beings. Learning from our mistakes and regrets helps us grow and makes us better people. Sometimes, every once in a while, we're forced into a new life and are given a second chance. In this new life, against all odds, we find ourselves happy. Sure, we miss our old life, but the new one has its perks as well. Banished from the Hero's Party revolves around Gideon, the older brother of the hero, Rudy. Born with the blessing of Guide, Gideon started out at level 30 when he was only 8 years old, roughly the same level as a high-ranking knight at retirement age. So as a small boy, Gideon left his village and trained to become a knight. He came back to his hometown a few years later, saved his sister and most of his town from some rampaging orcs, and then started putting together a party to defeat the invading demon lord who had sent those orcs. Many years pass, and Gideon, along with his sister and a party of powerful adventurers, have defeated one of the 4 heavenly generals of the Demon Lord's army. Gideon is starting to feel his blessing is holding the rest of the party back. The other members of the hero's party are far higher level than he is now, and he barely contributes anything to the fight. This fear is confirmed when the sage of the party pulls him aside and has a long talk with him and convinces Gideon to quietly quit the party. This is where our story starts. And so Gideon leaves in the middle of the night, heartbroken. He wanders listlessly for a couple of weeks, tries to drink away his problems. Realizing that getting blackout drunk every night isn't solving anything, Gideon eventually decides to travel to the frontier and start a new life with a new identity. Going by the name Red, he becomes a low-ranked adventurer and gathers herbs with the goal of eventually opening up an apothecary of his own. On the day his apothecary is finally open, an unexpected person shows up. An old companion from his days battling the Demon Lord's army. The beautiful swordswoman, Rit. Coincidentally, Rit was the very person Red got the idea of using a shortened name from, because Rit's real name is Princess Rizlet of Logveria. The two catch up over tea and reminisce about their time as adventurers. It is obvious that Rit is a tsundere. Years ago, she was far too soon to confess her feelings for Red, but this time, she won't let him get away. Before the end of the day, the first day they've seen each other in years, she declares that she's moving in with him. Rit has learned and grown from her past mistakes. She regrets not confessing to the man she loves, and that regret has weighed heavily on her. But when she was given a second chance, she took hold of it and refused to let go. As the story progresses, we see Rit regularly fighting against her blessing. Her gift from God wants her to go out and fight strong monsters, but she just wants to spend every moment with Red. We also meet other characters who are coming into their blessings, and still others who let their blessings rule over them. Each person handles it differently, and this ongoing theme helps to show the strength of each character. Are they in control of their blessing, or does their blessing control them? We also get some side stories with Rudy and the rest of the hero's party, as well as additional flashback scenes with Rit and Red. I won't go into detail about those parts, though, as they happen further on in the books. If you want to know more, you'll have to read the books or wait for the anime. All in all, I'm excited for the anime to come out this summer, and we'll look forward to more books in the future. If you're a fan of slow-moving fantasy and deserving characters getting fresh starts, you should give Banished from the Heroes Party a try. I'd like to thank Zappon for providing such a delightful story. It's been fun both reading and sharing my thoughts about Banished from the Heroes Party. I'd also like to thank my editor Cute Stuff for helping me put these videos together. I'm Danon, and I'll see you all next week.